Hey everybody, it's Walk Talk 21, and I'm back with another What If video, this time History Edition. Yeah, I know there's gotta be somebody that was like, yeah, he's doing another history video. This one is one I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's one that I've thought about deeply. And today's topic is, what if the Mongol Empire survived? Now, to understand what we're getting at exactly is, what if the leader Genghis Khan didn't die when he did? What would the Mongol Empire have done? Now, disclaimer, I think the Mongol Empire was the greatest empire that ever there was in human history. And to me, Genghis Khan is the greatest military strategist, commander, general, whatever you want to say, in the history of the world. That guy, we're going to go all the way back now to the very beginning. So Genghis Khan, or Temujin, as he was known as, from a very young age, was destined to be a great commander. He initially united the Khan of Khans. Now, how he did this was they had a competition between all of the great Mongol warriors at the time, and Temujin defeated every single one of them. Everyone that went up against him, he would knock down. One by one, they tried to fight Temujin. One by one, they fell like bowling pins. And eventually, he earned the respect of everybody who watched him fight. He was revered throughout Mongolia, and then he became the Khan of all Khans. And that's what led him to change his name to Genghis Khan. Now, in the early days of the Mongol Empire, Genghis Khan was a brilliant military strategist. He would only take small armies with him, but they were very aggressive, and they were great at warfare. You know, he would take like mounted horse units, and nobody had ever seen anything like that. Nobody knew how to fight it off. Whenever the Mongols would show up in a territory, basically the enemy would just surrender. Sure, they'd put up a fight, but listen, if anybody knows anything in history, you don't mess with Genghis Khan, because Genghis Khan will beat you. And when Genghis Khan comes to town, you give up, because chances are if he doesn't like you, he's going to kill you. The Mongol Empire is the only empire to successfully conquer Russia. France couldn't do it. England didn't do it. Not even the Germans could do it. But Mongolia, they have them all beat, because Mongolia was able to do it. Now, if you look at warfare, again, going back to it, Genghis Khan understood how to win because he would study the terrain of where he was fighting. So when they got into the Middle East, it was all desert. Genghis Khan arranged his forces to do desert warfare. You know, they'd ride in on their horses with their swords, and they would just start cutting heads off. You know, they would... if there was a line of archers, they just run right into them and start attacking. The Mongols were such a great attacking force that nobody at the time knew how to combat them. The only two places where Genghis Khan lost a fight early on was Japan, and he lost to a typhoon. Because as they were sailing to Japan, the feared Mongol navy, a typhoon came through and destroyed all the ships and blew away the Mongol navy, so Genghis Khan lost to a storm. So, Typhoon 1, Genghis Khan 0. It's funny to think about that. A typhoon beat Genghis Khan. Then, when he went to Vietnam, they were horrible because the mud there and all of the trees basically slowed down the mounted Mongol units, and that's how Genghis Khan was used to fighting. And the Vietnamese were waiting for him. They routed the Mongolians, and they proved to everybody that, hey, Mongolia can be beaten if you understand the terrain, and Vietnam knew the terrain better than Mongolia, so Vietnam won, Genghis Khan nothing. That's 2 losses. Now, a lot of people would say, oh, well, he must have lost to China. No, he didn't lose. He conquered the dynasties there, because at the time they were all fighting each other, and Genghis Khan was just like, hey, guys, I'll just take you over now. They expanded pretty much into Central Asia. They'd gotten, I think, as far as Hungary. And then Genghis Khan died. And then the empire would fracture into the Golden Horde, the Ilkhanate, and a couple other empires too. And there would be factionalism within the Mongol clans because Genghis Khan was the one guy that could keep everybody in line. It didn't matter how good of a, soldier you were, you respected Genghis Khan. When he died, everything fell apart because now you had Mongol commanders who didn't really care. They were not loyal to their men. All they wanted was power, and they couldn't keep people in line because, unlike Genghis Khan, they didn't have the leadership qualities that he had. The next what if, on a side note, is kind of related to this. It's the Roman Empire. Why did the Romans fall? What if they had never fallen? What would it have been like? And, I stopped to think to myself, what if the Mongols hadn't fallen? What if Genghis Khan hadn't died like he did? I think they honestly could have gotten all the way through Europe. I think that the Mongols probably could have gotten world conquest. As crazy as that may sound, I think they could have gotten it because there was nobody, other than maybe the Holy Roman Empire, which was a big conglomerate of states, because the Mongols actually fought against them. And they were just completely destroyed because the Holy Roman Empire was a conglomerate of Germanic barbarian states. And when they saw the Mongols coming to town, all of the kingdoms united together, and they, with their combined strength, they pushed back the Mongol forces, which shows that even the Mongols can be beat when you work together. But like I said, what would have happened if the Mongols hadn't fallen and Genghis Khan hadn't died? What could they have gotten to? Could they have conquered the whole world? Would they have fallen short? I stopped to think, and I wonder that, because they were doing so good. And then when he died, they just took a nosedive and they split off. There was factionalism, there was infighting, but just something to think about. Be sure to subscribe to Walk Talk 21 for more great videos, and I'll see you guys around.